Wren Kitchens, is it worth it? We're going to be sharing our unsponsored sort of insight into what our experience was like going to the showroom, how the staff were, how the process was, how we were like I was honestly a little bit intimidated about stepping foot into the Wren showroom and going upstairs, because every time I've been in I felt a little bit hesitant, like the salesman will jump on you. But to be honest, when you go through, it's a refreshing experience and completely different to how I expected it. So what we want to do is share our experience from going to the showroom, the price, the financing, the quality, the delivery, what we think of the kitchen right now, which is what you can see pretty much behind us, whether we'd recommend it to a friend, and whether we made the right decision at the right time. And there are a few bumps in the road that we did not expect as we went through this, isn't there? Mm-hmm. Literally a bump in one of the cabinets, which delayed us a little bit. And also we wanted this kitchen as fast as possible to get delivered to us, to get installed, with the aim of it sort of being in before the 6 weeks holidays, which didn't actually happen, but we tried our best, okay? So we'll take you through step by step and off we go. How much did we pay for this as well? I will say that at the end. I'll just whip you around and you can have a look, and I'll tell you exactly what we paid for. At the end of the tour, I will share the price with you that we paid for this kitchen, because it was a lot less than I thought, and I think we've done a great deal. Also, you might notice I have drafted in my better half for this, as she is, shall we say, you more frequent the kitchen than I do. Yes. The showroom, where we started our journey.
Yeah.
How did we go about that now?
So I think we initially said we'll do research, we're not buying anything, we're just going in to have a look, get an idea of layout, cost, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it and think about it.
Well, yeah, and we sort of saw an opportunity. The mother-in-law was down, and we put the kids onto the mother-in-law, and we said, you know what, we're going to go out as like exciting middle-aged sort of people. We're going to go looking at new kitchens. So we went and we thought we'd have a look, but straight away, I'm the type of person that's got my guard up. I thought, I'm not going in there into the Wren showroom that I've been in before, and I just feel like they're looking at you when you walk in. As you go round, you feel like you're on stage, sort of, ooh. You know, like I feel like I'm going to be upsold throughout it. Yeah. So I was a little bit hesitant. We booked up front with a guy called Francis. In fact, we'll talk about Francis as we go into this, because he is, a fantastic guy, to be honest. So I had my guard up and we booked in with Francis and we went to the showroom with zero intent. We're literally fact finding. So I want to get the best deal for myself, the most convenient deal, and I want my wife to get what she wants, basically. And you had a really clear vision of what you wanted before we went, didn't you? So we didn't.
Yeah, so I mean, we went in there once and we got a brochure, and just typical Wren brochure, and you had a look at what they've got to offer, different colours, different designs. So I had an idea of the colour style to fit in with the house, and then so we went, booked an appointment, and
we got to see Francis.
Completely different to what we expected would happen.
I know, because I went up, and she's like, oh, I'm thinking she's going to get upsold. We went in, met Francis, lovely, calm, relaxed, young fella who was bright and bubbly, but as we went through looking at the surfaces, I expected him to go by, this is our entry level, this is our mid-range, and he explained everything in depth. But I expected him, when we settled on a mid, or a low, or just a standard gloss cover that we've got there, I expected him to be a little bit like, oh no, you want this one, and upsell, do you know what I mean? Because obviously he's got his goals to achieve, hasn't he? But I would say, when we were talking to Francis and going through that, it felt like we weren't with a salesman, it felt like we was with a friend, didn't it?
It did, because you just initially think it's a salesman, he's going to want to upsell you, he's going to talk about how great everything is, and we literally went upstairs and he just showed us all the different, like the work surfaces, the different drawers, the colour schemes. He was like, there's 3 levels, so I think there's your standard, there's the infinity, and then like higher, and he just pointed and said, oh, I'll leave you to it, have a look around, and it just felt a bit like, okay.
Dead chilled, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was dead chilled, like talking to a friend, but a friend with knowledge, and a friend that wasn't trying to make you spend more than you wanted to, because that's why I had the guard up, because I don't want to feel pressurised, and I have every time I've gone into that Wren showroom on the ground floor. When you book this appointment, whether we struck gold, I don't know with Francis, but he definitely adapted to us, because he could tell I was like a little bit, not frosty, but just like generally men are, aren't they, if you don't want to spend money.
Yeah, and I think the feeling that I got from it was that, whether he's a really clever salesman, but he just sort of perceived that you don't have to buy today, just have a look around. And it was that really casual, relaxed feeling, because that was 100%. Our intention, wasn't it? Not 100%. To buy.
Yeah,
so.
We had zero intent. So like you say, whether it was a clever system or whether it was just like look, but it literally pulled up on the computer screen comparisons with live price updates that you could actually check on your phone from big suppliers like AO and other people like that, to show you that you're paying the best price on the market. And if it isn't the best price on the market, they'll knock it off. Which actually brings me on to a great point. I'll share with you how much the kitchen actually cost in total at the end. In fact, shall we just jump onto a price point there about how we funded it? Because we were saving. We were saving, and we were systematically saving a large amount. And then, because we went in there and they do 0% and they push that all the time, and I'm a believer that if you're paying 0%, you're just paying inside the price, the percentages increase so you can have it over a longer period. But as we went through it, it just made more sense that with the live pricing and the price being as happy as we was with everything being settled, we decided to do 10% down, 36 monthly payments, the remaining 90% balance. And that works for us, because then we was able to put more into the kitchen fitters, into the electricians, which cost a little bit more than we expected. But I'll cover that fitting in a separate video, because we get our own fitter in. We did it our own way. We didn't get a Wren fitter because we wanted it in ASAP, and Wren had quite a bit of a waiting list for their approved fitters. So you'll see that listed on the details below. But yeah, the 36 months rolling payment suited us, didn't it? Because it allowed us to go immediately then and there and lock in and get, how long was our lead time? 3 to 4 weeks?
Yeah.
3 to 4 weeks. So we ordered it, locked it in, and it was delivered within 3 to 4 weeks. But I'm jumping ahead of ourselves. Should we talk about the 3D sort of mock-up?
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
It was fun. So I've got a clip of it here, and this is what Francis made up. And Francis did it all up, went through like this cabinet will fit here, this cabinet here, this cabinet here, what was squash in there. So he played around with my ideas. I had the idea of an island sort of being here. I was mad about an island. It just didn't work. And at that point, I was a little bit vulnerable maybe to being upsold. And Francis was like, no, it's just going to squash it down a little bit there, mate. But he showed me the design on the computer, didn't he? Yeah. About how it would feel. And I'm so glad that we didn't put an island here.
Yeah, me too.
So then he knocks it all up, puts all the fridge in the corner, stacks with the oven. And then we've got obviously the sink over there, which by the way, if you're thinking about a sink, get one of those. It reminds me of when I used to work at McDonald's. The pipe, so you can clean the pots and you can spray around, game changer, absolute game changer. And it didn't cost that much. I think it was about 100 quid or something. It's not one of them fancy cooker ones, but fancy ones that boil up the water. But nonetheless, he designed it like that and he put everything together. We played around with the ideas. In total, we was there for 3 hours-ish. So make sure you've got a good block of time when you go visiting these people. It was 3 hours, super relaxed and super fast. But I've digressed again. Let's get back to the 3D thing, the VR thing, not VR thing that you wanted to experiment with. I've got the clip here, so we'll just clip it on while Harriet talks.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun. So they've got this little section upstairs, bit of space where you can put the VR like headset on, and I was like really surprised like how real. I've never been in one before, but I was surprised like how real it actually felt. And you could open the cupboard, so you have these like 2 controls. You could actually open and feel yourself around the kitchen and how it would sort of look. And we just had a bit of a giggle with that. I had a go, you had a go. It
was good. It didn't work perfectly, did it, when we put the headset on? But it did work to a degree that you could grasp a decent understanding of what you was doing. Because we were moving our kitchen, if you haven't seen any of the full extension videos with mad full extensions, and we misplaced our kitchen, which sounds weird, over the other side. So it was a full relocation to here for our kitchens. It was really important that we could understand what the kitchen was going to feel like and look like, and that really gave us an insight and a feel into the kitchen flow here. And that was the first time I got really excited when that went on, because I thought, actually, this binds these two beautiful living rooms together and makes use of this redundant space.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you have them ideas like I had about the island being here, it was just a stupid idea.
Yeah.
And that VR and the design from Francis really alleviated that concern of just having it like, some things on paper sound great or in your mind, and then when you put them out there and you get to see it, it just isn't that good. But this sort of takes that away.
It just brought it to life, like, because we'd and ahed about 3 times where the kitchen should be. We didn't have a set room of how it would look or feel. So I think the design was brilliant, and Francis was just so accommodating. If we weren't sure on something, he was patient. He was like, let's try this out, let's try that out. And one thing I would say though is that I had quite a strong idea for how I wanted the kitchen to look and be, and it still took us about 3 hours in total, the whole appointment. So I would say to anyone watching, if you are designing a new kitchen, definitely have an idea of the sections of where you want things. So the sink, the dishwasher, the cooker, your prep space, because I felt that if I didn't have all of that, that appointment probably could have gone on a lot longer, maybe all day.
And you've got to have a strong vision, and like have a chat with each other before you go. Obviously with the kitchen internally in the house, it's like 90% Harriet and 10% me. So I was just literally signing everything off, other than the island, which I wanted to push and didn't get. But I'd say, just make sure you've had a good chat before you go in, because you really did have a strong vision. Yeah. And Francis supported that, didn't push anything on that.
No, we didn't.
The other thing is about the dishwasher. Quickly, going to say about that. Dishwasher was on offer. I don't know if you can see there. That might be the reason. Because you have to cut. It doesn't quite fit in. But I digress.
I haven't had a dishwasher before though, so it's a game changer for me.
She's always getting excited about a dishwasher. We locked it in, we locked the price in, we paid the deposit, we got the finance sorted for the 36-month repayment, and we expressed that we wanted it delivering as soon as possible. This was in the summer, so maybe not peak time, sort of January, sort of after Christmas. People buy a lot of kitchens, I think, that's when the offers go on. So it's 3 to 4 weeks delivery. We chose not to pick an allocated day for delivery. What Wren do is they give you a little app, which if I can, I'll crop onto here. And it's a quite useful little app really. And it shows you what you've bought, it shows you the picture of it, it shows you the prices of everything individually, and it shows you estimated time frame for your delivery. So they got in touch with us 2 weeks before the delivery, which was, 1.5 weeks after our appointment. Give us the Thursday, naturally, so we missed off a working week. And then the drivers on the day rang us up to tell us they're on the way, will be about half an hour. So then we was able to tell the kitchen fitter to get his little derriere around and get ready to start his job. When they came to deliver, the guys that delivered was they were brilliant, they were nice lads, but they were a bit anal about putting that, if I've got some pictures of it, the cardboard sheeting on the floor to make sure they didn't damage anything, and they wouldn't let the kitchen fitter take anything off the allocated area until they delivered everything. Which really annoyed the kitchen fitter because it took about an hour for him to deliver everything. And what I would say, this is a massive point actually, what I would say is when you are getting a kitchen delivered, we've got quite a substantial house or big area, make sure you got space, because if I can crop it in now, I'll show you, it takes up a hell of a lot of space. All of this, and it even had some stuff in the garden, fridges, dishwashers and everything, it takes up so much space to just have that kitchen put there. So make sure you're ready for them. The delivery guys were fine. There was no like, they were just top lads that delivered and made sure they did the job to the list, really. Yeah. And didn't let Carl got anything open up too early. She was too eager. But but we did have a problem. Somewhere along the route, one of the cabinets fell off and it clearly rolled. I should have some pictures of it again, which I'll crop in, and got damaged on 4 quarters, which caused a problem, because then I'm thinking, if you're paying your kitchen fitter a day rate, that kitchen fitter would have to come back for that day. So if I was to say anything, get the job quoted from the kitchen fitter and make sure if there's any damage to anything that you can sort of rectify it without financial loss to yourself. Wren can't help that, the delivery people can't help that, it's just something, as Forrest Gump says, happens, doesn't it? So we unfortunately had one roll off, get cracked. So we reported it on the app, again it goes all on the app. And I think it took 7 days, didn't it, from reporting it, taking pictures of it, and it getting re-delivered. The cabinet, I think it's this one in the middle there, that got damaged and it got replaced. And then miscellaneously, we had a massive big piece, this piece, like the kitchen work surface, 360 quid it was. We got double charged for one of those. I don't know what went on with it. So I rang up, spoke to a young girl, can't remember her name, Holly or something like that. It felt like a young lady anyway that I spoke to on the phone, and she was really responsive, really nice. And I said, listen, I've got this big piece of like work surface that I don't need, that's just randomly stuck in my like thingy, and it's sort of in the way. Can you get it sorted? She went, yeah, there's 360 quid back in your account, which it was back in within, this conversation took 13 minutes, I think. 360 quid back into your account and dispose of the work surface. Okay, so I was rudely interrupted by somebody at the door then, how inconvenient for us during that. But yeah, what I was saying about the work surface was the refund was issued really fast, it was really easy, and it wasn't a problem. Like when you're fitting stuff like this, you can try and think it's going to be exact and perfect and everything is just going to rock and roll, but in life it just isn't like that. Just like it wasn't with the extension, just like when you're doing substantial work, you can plan as much as you want, but what I would say about Wren is they understand that. They understand that occasionally things will fall off, occasionally something will be damaged, occasionally there'll be something over-ordered or under-ordered, and their adapting process and their refund process and their customer support through that was pretty damn perfect, if I don't mind me saying so myself.
Yeah, I agree.
So now we're going to talk about the build quality. Are we happy with these cabinets and cookers and fridges and dishwashers that you absolutely love, and sink and tap that I actually love? What do you think?
I love it. I think it's great. I really love it because I never wanted to go in and buy top of the range, really expensive kitchens.
No, I didn't.
Quality use, but I also wanted something that would last like a good sort of 5 to 10 years, and the quality even longer. But I just feel like the quality of it is just fantastic. Like the cooker is brilliant. It all comes with warranty stickers, so you can register it straight away. I feel like because we had such good customer support with Wren, if anything wasn't working in terms of the cooker, because that was all through Wren as well as the units, that we would have support with that as well. But so far,
I actually went on the app before to upload the app, so hopefully I'll be able to show you, and it still offers customer support now with the reference on it and everything. That's and you can actually enter a competition to win 750 quid. So if you're watching, Wren, put us in that competition. But no, on a serious note, the customer support's still there. The self-cleaning oven, which we haven't actually done a self-cleaning yet. We've had this installed for like 3-4 months now, and it's been a game changer, hasn't it? It really has. The quality is brilliant for what you pay for, because I expected to be paying like 15 grand, 16 grand, because we got a quote in COVID, and it was a hell of a lot, the kitchen inside. But when we ran this quote down, it actually came in a lot lower, which I'll save to the end. But the quality of goods we've got for the price, I think, is brilliant. And like I say, if you can do one thing, is get that tap with a head on it that moves, because it just helps you clean. Like I say, I used to work at McDonald's in the kitchen, I used to do the cleaning at the back, and it had the head, and it just makes me reminisce
the little things.
Long time ago.
It is, it's absolutely great. I love it. The drawers, everywhere we've positioned them, ease of use. I think that's probably, you always want your kitchen to look good, but for me it was like functionality, like everything has to run across a line where it's easy for me to use. And
Francis was super educated on that one.
He was,
because he actually, without saying I know more than you, helped gently
guide you to
helped gently guide us to a place that, like, without making any mistakes or wasting time or wasting space or anything like that. He was just a brilliant designer. Really, really, really nice. In fact, he actually gave us some backstory to actually Wren being a Yorkshire-based... What are you doing? Yorkshire-based company that was founded in, I think, 2009, off the top of my head. Remember that? So it actually started as a local business and has done exceptionally well.
Run by a family, isn't it?
And run by a family,
So for families, that's what I think, because I feel like they make it really.
Oh right, yeah, for families, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said 4 families run it. I thought, how do you know all this?
I feel like they know what a family wants.
Made
in a
for
house.
families,
Yeah.
by families, by a family. Yeah, that might be it.
New motto, there we go.
There you go. Have that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, the app is really good because you can literally watch your delivery come in, when it's going to come, when it's going to arrive, what's there. You've got to report everything on the app, and it's very functional and easy to use. And like I say, yeah, just a fantastic little bit of kit. The highs, what would you say the highs are? I'm going to pick out a low actually, because I feel like being too, I just want to give an honest insight, but the honest insight is it's just been good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But the bad thing is, if you notice, under the dishwasher there's a little hole. That was on sale, the dishwasher, for 150 quid, down from 450. And I think the reason is because they've made loads of them that don't actually fit in the cupboards. So you have to have a chunk out there. Or if there's someone watching this that's better than my kitchen fitter, then maybe you can give a bit of advice on that. I think we're going to fit something later. My kitchen fitter wants to put like a brush on it or something that it just covers that hole or something.
Yeah.
You don't really see it that often, but I'm just trying to be a bit nitpicky to make it. The overall experience, there's nothing wrong with it, is there, in a major way? There isn't anything really wrong. The price is great, the quality is great, the service is great, the support is great, the resolution of problems when they go wrong has been great. I'm struggling to find a problem with Wren and why you wouldn't go there. Can you think of anything?
I can't think of anything. I don't know what anybody else's experiences are like, but as we said at the beginning, we went in there with the intention of not buying, not committing, just literally fact finding and getting information. And in our 12 years that we've been together, we've never made such an instant purchase like that off the bat.
Never.
So whether this has a lot to do with Francis, or it could depend on the designer that you get, I think they make a massive impact to the experience for you. That's probably what I would say. So potentially if somebody else has gone, may have a negative experience if the designer's not up to that quality, but from...
I don't know anyone that's had a negative experience. Actually, we recommended this to a friend, talk about Tony and Jack.
Oh yeah.
Tony and Jack, some friends of ours, was having a kitchen extension done at the same time. They'd get the kitchen all jacked up and done, with fancy cookers in and all this lot, and I think it was 25 grand or something like that, can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was.
And we shared our experience about Wren, said how good they were, what we'd done. This is before we did the video. It was about a month ago, wasn't it? So they went to Wren off the back of what we said, went in, had a great experience, and come out paying, I think it was like 11.5 grand for the kitchen, wasn't it? It was something like, they knocked 10 grand off. So Jack was like, yes, mate. So, and they're absolutely buzzing with their kitchen, so it's not just us. And Wren don't know we're doing this video. They haven't given permission or consent or anything like that, because they don't need to. This is just an experience that we've had and wanted to share with you, to sort of give you an insight, because I thought, you know what, I'd like to see a video like this before I went in with me guard up and ready to rock and roll. Because I might have actually enjoyed the process a lot more, even though I did. I enjoyed the coffee and the little cakes and all that lot that they give you, because they know they're keeping you for a while.
I'd say it was, I think anytime you're going to buy like a big purchase, it makes you nervous anyway. So I feel like to go in and have such a great experience and not feel any pressure whatsoever is just fantastic. And you end up coming out, if you don't commit to the payment plans or you don't buy there, you still come out A, having a great experience, B, getting a design of a kitchen, because they still email you your designs, your pictures.
Francis was as well, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
It didn't feel like I was trapped there, and if we said we wanted to go, like, oh, the kids, and that's what I said in my thing he wanted. I sat down, I said, I don't know how long we're going to be here, because the monster-in-law has got the kids, and it depends whether she can keep hold of them. Basically, that was my out. If I was getting a little bit like pressurised, never needed it. Never even felt. I felt like I could just get up and leave, and Francis would be like, right, you've lost out now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It honestly felt like that, and it felt like, I know that's saying too good to be true, but it was just good, and it just fitted in. It just our expectations, when it was well over.
Perfect. And like I said, I did all them bullet points we thought about. Perfect price, perfect experience, perfect. Everything we are really happy with, from top to bottom. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you again as we conclude this, because I think we've just concluded it anyway. I'm going to show you the VR over the top again, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the camera, spin it around, and show you what it's like in real life. And then you can see actually, it's not the VR, it's the digital creation of it and what Francis created on the day. So then you'll be able to see what was made, what we got. Okay, so what I've done there is start right at the top of the living room, the main living room, and we'll head down. Look at how accurate the design is from Francis. So this is a fridge, double fridge freezer, cooker, Johnny's cupboard, all my treats up there. And down here, extractor fan at the back. I wasn't keen on that wooden thing, but I absolutely love it now it's in. And if you want to see the kitchen fitting video, please jump on the channel, give me a subscribe, give me a hype or whatever you do these days and a like. That would be super appreciated. You can see here coming round into the kitchen. This, I absolutely love the sink. I don't know why. And like I've said before, I worked in McDonald's and this is just a game changer where you can spray all around. You think it's just a trivial thing, and it is just a trivial thing, but my God, does it make life a lot easier. Coming round, there's my Kepler air fryer. I'll pop that in the link because that's a game changer for food. And this is what I was talking about with the dishwasher. This is the dishwasher. Yeah, I'm not opening it just in case. And that is the little hole that it needs to rotate out. So any ideas would be super appreciated. What I'll do is I'll just drop back here so you can see it in all its glory. Wrapping round there. And the total price of this, including every single thing from backboard to top surface to dishwasher to cooker to hob to oven and fridge and freezer and surfaces and everything that's gone in between, was £7,634.19 minus the £360 for the extra work surface we got. We paid the 10% up front, which means we've got 36 more payments left to go. But I think that this is an absolutely brilliant choice that we made to go with Wren, and we would definitely recommend them. What I'll do is I'll just pop back here and show you how it's binded these two rooms. So from the extension, the original living room coming out there, and this has made a massive functional use of this from the house extension. If you've not seen it, please jump on the channel. It's a brilliant video, very insightful. And then round into our main cinema living room sort of thing. And yes, we've got a lot of work to do in that garden.
Yeah.
So we got exactly what we ordered.
And
it's crazy.
Close.
It is, isn't it? It is.
So,
it is. So yeah, we would, in a nutshell, would we recommend Wren to you? Yes, we absolutely
100%.
would.